Compression is always difficult for most mixers to understand. How do you compress your vocals so that they're super clean and they stay consistent with volume and sound pristine? Check out this video and let's discuss. After this part in the vocal chain now, I hear that because we're compressing the frequencies of the vocal, a little bit more of the low, mids, and the rumble kind of got in there a little bit more because the vocal is more compressed. So all the frequencies that were once lower, are now, becoming louder. So we need to tame those lower, mid, and low frequencies once more. To do this, I would probably use a multi-band compressor at this point. So let's get into multi-band compression, and I'll use the FabFilter Pro. And let's play the vocal, and basically I'm going to use the bands here. I'll probably use solo, and I'll solo to find the exact frequency range of where the low mids and lows are coming out too much for me. So let's put the threshold up. Attack's fine. We'll play with these later. Usually I do like somewhere around a 2-to-1 ratio, like that. I'll keep the knee in the middle for now, and I'll explain those settings later. So here we go.
You never open my door when we get to the restaurant. You got whenever I'm around. You don't treat me like a queen and act like me wanting that is such a bad thing. Why is it so hard to get you to open up to me? Why is it so complicated to show me some chivalry? My heart is yours, but your heart don't belong to me. I hear my mother's voice, I was young when she told me never raise a man, never.
Cool. So right there you saw I found a frequency range area, which is anywhere from 118 hertz to 473. So that would be considered the low and low mid range of the vocal. Because we compressed it previously with the CLA two-way, this range was becoming a little bit too much prominent. So I compressed it by bringing back the threshold. I got 2-to-1 ratio. The band or the knee, you can just leave that somewhere in the middle. Usually you don't have to mess with that too much. You're just looking to shape the tone. So it's not too critical in this situation to worry about the release or the knee or anything like that. You don't want the release to be 0. That's for sure, because you want to hold the compression that you are doing with these low, mid, and low frequencies. So I pretty much just left majority of everything at default settings. But as I said, I dialed back the threshold and compressed the low, mid, and lows to a point where I felt the vocal was more balanced after that CLA two-way that we put on as a compressor. So let's hear the vocal without the multi-band.
You never open my door when we get to the restaurant. When the check come, you look at me like, babe, how much you got whenever
And then let's put back on the multi-band compressor.
You never open my door when we get to the restaurant. When the check come, you look at me like, babe, how much you got whenever I'm around. You don't treat me like a queen and act like me wanting that is such a bad thing. Why is it so hard to get you to open up to me? Why is it so complicated?
I made a few adjustments there. But yeah, that is generally how I do the multi-band for the vocal. So now the next phase that I would get into is, let's go to a different part of the song. So I'm gonna copy these settings over to this other track since it's the same vocalist, pretty much the same performance.
She said never raise a man, never raise a man.
want to turn down that vocal. It's kind of loud.
She said never raise a man, and if he don't understand, there's no need to be upset. It's time for you to exit, 'cause he ain't ready yet. 'Cause he ain't ready yet.
All right, so we got to the chorus.
Not taking shots.
So basically, these are all the same vocals. So at this point, I'm gonna copy all of these plugins to the other tracks here. Cool. Let's hear how the vocal sounds, or the chorus sounds now with those settings.
Exit, 'cause he ain't ready yet. 'Cause he ain't ready yet.
So at this point, the beat is pretty much mixed, but I'm just doing the vocals. So I'm just going to balance the vocal volume now.
Time for you to exit, 'cause he ain't ready yet. 'Cause he ain't ready yet. Not taking.
Looks like we have some automation drawn on a lead. I want to take this off for now. So I got all of those vocals bussed to a lead vocal, and I'm gonna process those later on, but for now, I'm just bringing this volume up so that all the lead vocals that I'm working with, the volume will increase.
Taking shots at your character. I just don't want amateur. I'm looking for big love. Thought you was a bachelor, but you ain't ready. You ain't ready. You ain't ready.
You can obviously hear that vocal was not processed, so let's put our processing on there.
Up in your sheets and the chef up in the kitchen, but you ain't offering shit. All you bring is tension, subtraction, not addition, and you don't listen. Never raise a man. I will never raise a man, and if you don't understand, 'cause you ain't ready yet. 'Cause you ain't ready yet. Not taking shots at your character. I just don't want amateur. I'm looking for big love. Thought you was a bachelor, but you ain't ready yet. But you ain't ready yet. Not taking shots at your character. I just don't want amateur. I'm looking for big love.
So to me, the vocals are sounding pretty good. At this point, we have EQ on them. We have a de-esser, we have a compressor, and we have a multi-band compressor. So now I'll probably get into some of the effects, some delays, some reverbs maybe, some things to juice up the vocal, and then we'll dive back into some bus, some bus effects and settings. Hey, I hope you liked this video. If you did, hit that like button as well as the subscribe button so that you can get more educational content just like this and continue learning the great skill of mixing and music production. In addition, I have a free production guide linked in the description below of this video. If you would like to learn the 8 most common mistakes to avoid so that you can get the best mixes possible, go ahead and click that link below and you'll download the guide completely for free on my website. Whether you're a music creator, a mixing engineer, a producer, we all know that the mixing stage is super important, and I'm here to teach you how to get the best mixes possible. So download that guide completely for free. Leave a comment below and I'll respond. I always love to hear from you guys. Until the next time, peace and keep creative.